Hi, welcome to Seouless Legion and to my review of Crackdown 3. It was supposed to be this big game that the Xbox One was coming out with. That was to be this third installment, I almost said sequel, to the Crackdown games. The first one I think came out around 2006 when the Xbox 360 released. 2010 or 2011 is when Crackdown 2 released. There's not a whole bunch of story, but the lore is basically that you are a super soldier, genetically enhanced, to jump higher and fight and be stronger and shoot better than other people through illegal technology to fight criminals. In this game, you are fighting criminals that have established themselves in a city called Goodwinch, which is run by these criminal organizations, and one is this female lead who is the head that runs these other people, terribly, I might add, by micromanaging them to a very, very distant degree, and these weapons that they are creating to build or destroy the world or something. I don't know. The story is really awful. It's not really explained. You just have to kill these people. I'm going to get to complaining about the driving because that's what I always do. Alright, so there's races in the first two games, and they're usually pretty okay. You know, I mean, you could pick whatever car you wanted, you could drive it, and it handled, alright. You know, you could even use those special agency cars that you have in your lockup. In this game, they decided to say, hey, you know what, we're just going to take that out, and we're going to make you drive these terrible vehicles that we just made up. These vehicles are the worst things I've ever driven in a game. I had, like, tremendous difficulty driving all the vehicles in this game in these races, especially the ones that fly, because I don't know, they handle bad. They turn bad. You're constantly getting shot at by people. And unlike the other two Crackdown games where people had, like, they had okay weapons. They had machine guns and stuff like that. These people have rocket launchers. They'll throw, like, crates at you. Mechs fly in. It makes racing in this game extremely difficult, which should be fine, because difficult racing is fine, if, you know, one of the mechanics of the racing actually worked. You know, the cars handle like crap. Enemies shoot at you and just frequently block your path, and there's no way to turn them off. So what you're doing is just driving around, racing, in these arenas that are very, very, very filled with enemies and obstacles that just spawn in whatever. Did I mention enemies just kind of, like, pop out of the ground? Because they do. They pop out of the ground in, like, underground drills. That sounds cool, but it's not cool when you're trying to race. It made getting a gold nearly impossible. In fact, I got my first bronze on a racing game ever playing this. And the driving mechanics in this game are just trash, and it makes me not want to drive ever. Which is good, because your character doesn't really need to drive, because your character can basically fly around and jump and all kind of crap, and it just, oh god, the racing is just bad. The regular vehicles outside the racing also handle bad. They're generic trucks and SUVs that the civilian population drives, and they also suck. The bad news is, to get your driving skill up, one of your 4 skills, transferred from the other games, there's agility, shooting, fighting, explosives, and driving. I don't know anyone that really got the driving trophy. I think the percentage of it when I played was like 2.1% of the whole population of Xbox has got that achievement, telling me that no one wants to drive things in this game. The enemies are really cool. There are different styles of enemies. There's a district where it's factories, where they are like electronic mechs, which would be fighting a lot, and every boss, I guess, in Goodwinch has, like, or good whatever, has different styles of enemies. The enemies I mentioned before, they pop out of the ground, they disappear, they throw, like, cars at you, they have mech suits. There's another one where they're, like, SoCal douchebags, and they, you know, they have guns at long range, and they cover lockups, they drive cars, and then there's ones that are, like, chemical scientists, and then they have electronic barriers that you have to deal with. And yeah, so there's all different types of gangs, but they also react the same. They all just run at you, firing their guns, and overwhelm you. 1-on-1, most enemies, including the bosses, are just no match for your character. At the end of the game, you're going to be fighting Reza Khan or one of the other enemies, and the boss fights are just simply easy, because at that point, halfway through the game even, your character is so powerful. He can one-hit melee, or she can one-hit melee most enemies and kill them instantly. He can pick up enemies and throw them instantly. He can pick up dead enemies and throw them and kill people instantly also. Your weapons are so overpowered at this point of the game, and your explosives are so overpowered that you can blow up multiple cars with one grenade. It's just, you gotta take the time to find the agility orbs by doing agility races, which are always terrible. And this game is just lost its luster. Like, initially it's kind of fun, but I could see why it got such bad reviews. I'm not even going to review the multiplayer, because it's basically this, but with destructible environments, this cloud. It was supposed to be this implemented kind of like new technology, and it's crap. It's awful. Even when you eliminate one of the bosses, it really doesn't change a whole lot. All it does is make the big boss and your dude, Director Goodwin or whoever, he kind of just like, you know, says, hey, good job, great, excellent job, buddy, you're doing good. Now kill the other 3 people and dismantle their establishments. And dismantling them comes with going around beating the crap out of their employees and freeing civilians from capture, because apparently they're just allowed to capture people, which is dope. And taking their institutions from the ground down, whether it be destroying batteries or climbing towers. Oh yeah, we're doing some Far Cry crap right here. Just putting your influence over the city. Why don't you just bomb the city? I don't know. I mean, they have technology to clone people and like make electronic bridges that suspend people in the air, but I guess that, you know, dropping a tactical nuke on a certain area and then making that area, you know, destroy just that area is too much for them. They can genetically enhance people, they can lift up cars and, you know, take huge explosions to the face, jump like 30 to 40 feet, but apparently, you know, explosives beyond that are just out of their control. Anyways, that's not important. The game is okay. It'd probably be like a solid 5 for me. It gets boring really quickly. Also, there's no music. I forgot my favorite part of the game. The music is just like this atmospheric background music, and it's terrible, and it's useless. And when you drive a car, nothing plays. It's like Agents of Mayhem, which I think was also produced by Criterion, I think. Either Criterion or the people that made Saints Row. Anyways, Volition, I'm sorry. They do a terrible job at all soundtracks. They did a great job in Saints Row 2, but this game has no soundtrack. When you get in a car, you just hear ambient music. You know what I want to hear when I enter a car? Music. You don't even have to license track. You can just make them awful tracks, like in Grass Guzzlers. Just like generic, bare-tooth sounding bands. That's fine. But when you get in a car and it's silent, it's boring. Also, there's no civilians that interact with you. All they do is run away when you shoot stuff, and that's it. They don't say hi to you. You can't go in their stores. No, you're just some dude that's blowing up their town. It's like if you took all the fun from GTA, and you have that on a huge level, but then you took all the elements of storytelling, vehicle handling, good multiplayer, the ability to shop for your character, customize your character, customize your car. You took all those things and you just said, nah, we don't need those in here. Let's just make a guy that jumps really high, shoots really fast, and can pick up cars and some explosions in there. Let's promote Terry Crews' advertisement and see how that works. That's what this game is. This game is a watered-down, super-powered version of GTA. And what's wild to me is the first game had licensed soundtracks from Roadrunner Records. It had soundtracks for every district you're in. You jack a car, just kind of like Saints Row. You jack a car in the Barrio district, where the Hispanic people hang out or whatever, and then you would play, you know, some gangster rap in Spanish. You go to the industrial section, Metal would play in a car. And this, they were just like, you know what, we're not going to license any music tracks. Let's just go ahead and make driving really boring and silent. Let's just make it Ghost Recon Breakpoint. When you get in a vehicle and it's just dead silence. Yeah, you can throw your Spotify over there. That's a hassle. And it's just, the music is just awful. So this game is okay. I mean, it's fun to play for a few hours, but my god, did it get boring so fast. You're better off just playing Just Cause 3 or 4 or GTA or Saints Row 2 and 3 again or 4 and just play way better free roaming games. The narrative really ruins it. I don't normally complain about story in games like this, but god damn it, this game needs some freaking storytelling, because this is dog shit. So, Seouless Korean signing off. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out the other videos that are going to pop on once we get here. Still working on the Patreon. Got some things to work on the armor, but thank you for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your individual life. And don't be sad anymore. We're just tired of this place. If this year would be end, it'd be alright, okay? Alright, see ya.